All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're looking at a completely different way to think about building AI. Forget everything you know about friendly, collaborative bots. We're going to explore a new model for creating AI that's not just powerful, but actually trustworthy, all because it's built to argue with itself. This quote right here, this is the core idea. It flips the script entirely. The whole world is trying to get AI agents to work together in perfect harmony. But what if that's the wrong approach? What if the secret to building truly great AI isn't cooperation, but conflict? So, how in the world do you build an AI that's designed to argue with itself? It sounds like you just get chaos, right? Well, it's actually a super precise system where that internal friction is the very engine that drives quality.
See, the goal here isn't to just write a simple program that follows a list of instructions. We're talking about modeling a cognitive organ. The system we're looking at is called the Neuruh Visual Cortex, and you should think of it less like code and more like a digital brain, one that's designed to create, reason, and, this is the most important part, critique its own.
So let's pop the hood on this digital brain. You've got three main parts. First, there's the orchestrator, which is kind of like the project manager for the whole operation. It's the brain. Then you have the two agents that are constantly at odds, the frame generator, which is your creative artist, and the judge, which is the ruthless quality control inspector. And this is where all the magic happens. The entire system, the whole foundation, is built on this head-to-head adversarial relationship between the part that makes stuff and the part that tears it down. You can see just how different their jobs are. The creator's role is to be imaginative, to push boundaries, to generate incredible visuals using models like DALL-E. But the judge? Its job is to be an unbending enforcer. It doesn't give helpful tips or collaborate. It just polices the creator's work and says yes or no. If it's not perfect, it gets rejected. End of story. And let's be super clear about this. That conflict isn't a bug. It's the most important feature of the entire system. The judge's job isn't to help the creator. Its job is to force the creator to get better by setting an insanely high standard. This constant internal debate is what guarantees the final output is flawless.
So what happens when you have this constant battle going on? You actually end up with something incredible, a system that can find its own mistakes and fix them on the fly. It becomes a self-correcting engine.
This whole process is called the Agentic Feedback Loop. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1. The creator makes an image. Step 2. The judge inspects it with a fine-tooth comb. Step 3. If it fails, the judge doesn't just say, nope, it gives a very specific reason why it failed. And that's the key. In step 4, the creator takes that very specific feedback and tries again, but this time it's smarter. It learns from its mistake in real time. Here's a perfect example of that in action. Let's say the judge runs an OCR scan, that's optical character recognition, and finds the text on an image is just unreadable. It rejects the image and tells the creator, hey, the text is garbled. So what does the creator do next? It doesn't just try again with a random new image. It intelligently figures out, okay, the text was unreadable. I should probably increase the font size. It's actively problem solving.
Okay, this system gets even more powerful when you think about brand identity. How do you make absolutely sure an AI never ever goes off brand? Well, you don't just ask it nicely in a prompt, you literally hard code the rules into its digital DNA.
You know, this is a huge change in how we think about controlling AI. The old way, prompt engineering, is basically just whispering suggestions to the AI and crossing your fingers, hoping it listens. It's super unreliable. But the new way, constraint engineering, is about building hard-coded rules that the AI is physically unable to break. It's the difference between a friendly suggestion and a law of physics. And this table? This is what those laws of physics look like in practice. This is the system's immutable recipe. Specific brand colors, like this Neuro Navy, and specific fonts, like Orbitron, are locked in. The creator agent can be as creative as it wants within those boundaries, but it is fundamentally incapable of using a different color or font. It's like going off-brand would literally cause a system crash. And to enforce these rules, the judge isn't just eyeballing it. It uses cold, hard math. For any text to be approved, it has to pass that OCR scan with at least 95% accuracy. There's no wiggle room. It's not about what looks good. It either meets the number or it's garbage.
This completely changes how we should think about AI errors. For a system you want to use in the real world, a hallucination or an off-brand color choice isn't some funny little quirk you post online. It's a critical failure. It's a bug that has to be stamped out. Here, Accuracy and reliability are way, way more important than wild, unconstrained creativity.
Okay, but there's one last huge problem. What about runaway costs? An AI that just keeps trying to fix its mistakes forever could burn through your entire budget in like an hour. So the final piece of the puzzle is giving this AI a dose of economic reality. You have to give it survival instincts. The solution is simple, but it's absolutely brilliant. A kill switch. If the creator agent fails to create something that the judge will approve 3 times in a row for the same task, the main orchestrator just steps in and kills that process. It prevents the system from getting stuck in an endless, expensive loop trying to solve an impossible problem.
This whole idea has a name: bounded autonomy. And it is so crucial for the future of AI. It means we're building agents that aren't just intelligent, they're also wise. The agent has the freedom to try and fix its own mistakes, but that freedom is bounded by the reality of time and money. It knows when to cut its losses and quit.
Let's be really blunt about this. An autonomous AI agent that has no concept of cost isn't a smart tool. It's a liability. It's like a cancer that will just grow and consume resources without ever stopping. A truly viable, truly intelligent agent is one that understands its own limits and knows when to stop. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question to think about. As everyone rushes to build these teams of collaborative AI agents, are we just creating echo chambers? Are we building systems where agents just agree with each other's mistakes and hallucinate together? Maybe the real key to building reliable AI isn't finding more ways for them to agree, but making sure you have at least one agent in the system that's brave enough to say, no, that's not good enough, do it again.